How you guys? It's your favorite pretty girl peeps, and I'm here to do a get ready with me chit chat style video. Just going to be talking about some things that are on my mind, and then kind of just coming up with a video, trying to do more long form here on YouTube. So that's what this video is going to be about. So I think my topic for today is just going to be how to change slash elevate your mindset. And so I'm just going to do my makeup while I talk about that. So again, if you're new here, my name is Pretty Girl Peeps, and I'm a YouTuber, content creator, lifestyle, fashion, beauty, leveling up, all those different things. So that's kind of where my credentials lie. And I just kind of want to talk about mindset, because before you can tackle anything else, it's going to be what is in your mind. Before you can actually execute, before you can actually transform things, you have to transform and change your mindset. And I feel like that's where a lot of people struggle, is your mindset. So it's like, it's very easy to say, yeah, I want to do X, Y, and Z in 2 years, but where is your mindset to actually make that happen for you? Where is your mindset to where you can stay on task? Where is your mindset to where you can take accountability? Where is your mindset to where you can change your perspective? So when things aren't going your way or the way you think that they should be going with your dreams, where is your mindset to where you can say, okay, I need to reevaluate. I need to go back to the drawing board on this, versus, oh, I'm just going to give up. That's not meant for me to do. Now, that's also having accountability to realize some things just aren't meant for you to do, or it's not a level that you're meant to go to, or it's not a level that God has made room yet for you to assess. And I think that's something that's very valuable and very important to actually like pick up on and kind of realize and see, yes, this is for me. No, this isn't for me. So I think that's something that's very interesting to kind of look at as well. So like I said, I'm just going to be doing my makeup, kind of doing a more low-key makeup look today, because I'm mostly just doing my makeup to do content, so I'm not really going anywhere. So I'm going to use this Maybelline Fit Me and Dewy and Smooth. So another thing is, like, I think sometimes we can be really big critics of ourselves, and before we even get halfway to the finish line, we're like, no, that's not meant for me. No, I can't do that. Or no, well, such and such has X, Y, and Z. That's why they could do that. And, I'm not even going to try. And I think sometimes we talk ourselves out of things very easily versus talking ourselves into things. So what I mean by that is, imagine if instead of you saying like, no, I can't apply for that job, I don't have the qualifications. Imagine if you wrapped your brain around that a little bit differently, and instead you were like, okay, so I don't have every qualification they want on this sheet, right? However, I'm qualified in a multitude of ways. Another good trait that I have is I'm a fast learner. So the things that I don't know how to do, I can learn. I'm a team player. So, I can help them in areas where they might not even know they need some assistance. So hell yeah, I'm gonna apply. Like, why wouldn't I apply? The most they could tell me is no, So I think also having that perspective of why not me versus why me, you kind of turn your perspective into more of a why not me. Like, why wouldn't it be me? And that's not to say, okay, every single job you apply for, you're going to get it, if you're not qualified. No, but at least try, like, I think if we changed that perspective and we weren't so critical of ourselves, and instead we were like our biggest cheerleaders, like, let me root myself on, let me make this happen. Like, let's go for it. Like, let's try it out, versus that limiting mindset where it's like, I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to give it like a college try. You know what I mean? So I think that's what I mean, where it's like, it's a mindset shift when you are trying to elevate. Like, you cannot stay on the same wavelength that you were. You have to, if you're trying to physically, mentally, emotionally elevate, you have to like allow yourself to elevate. And I'm actually going to try out this NARS concealer today. But yeah, you just have to elevate your mindset and just kind of be like, you have to think differently. Like, how should I be thinking in this predicament right now? You know what I mean? Like, how would somebody who's already in the position or already doing the things that I want to do, how would they be thinking in this situation, and kind of go from there? Like, don't count yourself out early is all I'm saying. And I think that's a lot of the mindset problem that we have, is we count ourselves out very early out of the race versus counting ourselves in. So it's like, also with your mindset is accountability. So it's like sometimes we talk ourselves out of things as well because we feel like it's going to be difficult. And let's be honest, a lot of us, me included, sometimes when we think something's going to be difficult, we're like, nah, I'm good. Because we're just like, difficult means it's going to take a long time. Difficult means it's not going to be easy. And we're like, no, I'm good. So I'm going to try this creamy radiant concealer out. So far, I actually kind of like it, like the consistency of it. But yeah, it's like, don't talk yourself out of it, you know, like give yourself a chance to see if like you actually, you know, enjoy it, you know, or to see if you actually can do it. Like, don't count yourself out of the race before you even start running. And I used to run track, and it's kind of just like, you might see a girl whose legs look longer or she look faster than you, and then you get out there and you dust her. You know what I mean? So I was like, you can't look at it like that. You have to look at it like you have every opportunity, you have every right to be in every single room that you enter. I think that's also part of the mindset shift, is you have to start looking at it like that too. Like, you deserve to be in every single room that God has placed you in. You deserve to have every single blessing that God has bestowed to you. But everybody around you can't believe that. Everybody else around you can't be the ones to be like, oh yeah, you know, that's how it is. No, you have to be the person to realize that it's okay to elevate, that it's okay to change your mindset, to change the way you did things in the past. You know, in Players Club, she said you gotta, what did she say? You gotta do what you want to get what you want. Something pretty much saying, you know, in order to get the things you want, you got to do things that you ain't never did before, basically. And that's a part of that mindset shift, is instead of asking like, oh man, woe is me, I just can't make this happen. Ask, what steps do I need to take to make this happen? You know, maybe it's not that it's not meant to happen for you. Maybe you're taking the wrong steps. Maybe you're executing it the wrong way. Maybe there's an easier or better way that God wants you to try. Maybe there's another door he wants you to open. And that's a part of that mindset shift, right, that I'm talking about. Is like, you don't just immediately give up. You're like, is there another way to open this door? Is there another way to get, like, if somebody told you there's $1 million behind this door if you just open it, but they don't specify which door of the house. So you go to the first door and they have like a massive lock on that, but they didn't tell you, right? They didn't tell you that the money is behind the first door. So the money is behind the back door. So you immediately give up versus, you know, that critical thinking of, let me go to the back door, see if that's an option. And you go to the back door and that $1 million is right there. You're going to be so grateful that you thought outside of the box to get to what you wanted, right? So you have to think about it with that same mindset. What things can you change in your current day life? What methods of things that aren't working for you can you say, I could do a mindset shift with this. I could do a lifestyle shift with this, and, you know, completely do something different, completely change my outlook, completely change the way I get from X to Y to Z, right? But a lot of times it's so much easier to just say, hey, this is the way I am. Hey, this is the way I get things done, and just kind of go about your day. And I think once, like I said, you get that mindset shift and you're like, maybe the way I've been doing things isn't quite, you know, getting me to where I want to go, and then you make those actual changes. I think that's when you start getting those wins, and then those wins kind of motivate you to get more wins, if that makes sense. So I hope I'm not like rambling and off topic. God put this on my heart to talk about this, because I'll be honest, I've been so like busy as a social media manager and strategist working with other people's businesses and brands, and I really haven't had time to pour into my own brand. And I was like, well, I want to make some type of like sit down, talk, get ready with me video. And I had made a status earlier about like changing your mindset, like, and how a lot of times, you know, maybe it's us, like maybe we just got to be like, how can I change? How can I do things a little bit differently, a little bit better to get to that next level? And it got me to thinking a lot of times it's not, oh, life is so unfair. And in ways, life is unfair and unproportionate, right? But it's like sometimes you just got to change your thinking. Sometimes there are things that are beyond our control, but sometimes there are things that are well within our control. And you as a person have to start determining what that looks like, if that makes sense. And Evian sent me this facial spray. So I'm about to spray my face down with this. And yeah, this is the big boy, the Evian spray. Let's get my face all wet. And I'm just doing that to kind of put a little bit of moisture back into that skin. This is not me setting it. That's just me putting a little moisture into it because I just put all those dry products on my skin. So that's why I just did that. I'm gonna just put a light blush on and kind of go from there. So I don't really know where I'm going with this look either. Again, this is just a conversation that was just on my mind, you know. But yeah, I think a lot of times, like I said, we doubt ourselves. Like, we be saying it's haters. Like, it's us. We're the hater. We're public enemy #1 a lot of times in our life because we just stop ourselves out of the blessing. We talk ourselves out of going for the things that we want. But it's like, just go for it. Like, you know, change your mindset. Change. And another big thing that comes with changing your mindset is changing your environment, changing the people who you hang around. Like, if the people you hang around are negative or they only believe they're going to succeed so far, what do you think is going to happen for you? What do you think you're going to believe you could succeed? The same thing that those people around you are saying that they can succeed. Like, you are the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. No matter who those 5 people are, that's the sum of who you are. Like, when you're growing up, that sum is normally like your parents and your siblings. And then as you get older, you know, it becomes like your friends, your clergy, things like that. But it's a real fact that you are the 5 people that you hang around the most, you know, because you take on their ideals, you take on their perspectives. They're either going to hype you up or encourage you to be better, or they're going to allow you to be stagnant and stay to where you are. That's just real talk, you know. Like, if your friends aren't elevating you to be better, if they're not helping you change that mindset, if they're not talking you into going into the meetings that are going to scare you, if they're not talking you into new clients, new businesses, and they're just telling you like, no, what's wrong with what we've been doing all these years? We've been going to the club all these years. We've been doing X, Y, Z all these years. Like, maybe those aren't the friends for you at this next level, because everybody can't go. Like, in that mindset that does not serve you definitely cannot go. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's up to you to be like, no. Or, yeah, like, I want to change some things. I want to elevate some things. But those people around you can help with that. You know, honestly, it's like, are they pushing you or are they pulling you down? And a lot of this is stuff that you're going to have to decide on your own. But at the same time, a lot of it too is just, you have to realize, like, the things you say to and about yourself, you either are going to believe them or you're not. And the words that you speak are powerful, because if you say something enough times, your mind is going to start to believe it. Your body's going to start to believe it. So you have to, like, really clear up your mindset. You have to really, like, clear up how you talk to and about yourself. You have to clear that up. Like, you can't be giving everybody else their flowers and their roses and you talk about yourself like a dog. Like, it's just not, it's not cool. It's not going to work out the way you're thinking it's going to work out. Like, you have to be positive the same way you are about everybody else. You have to be positive about yourself. You have to give yourself that love, those kudos, that praise. You have to know you're worth it. You know, whether that's saying affirmations, whether that's, you know, meditating, whether that's, you know, going by a diffuser. Like, you have to figure out what's going to work for you. I can't tell you what's going to work for you, because what works for me might not work, you know, for you. But you have to determine that, and then you have to make up in your own mind that you're not going to deter from that, that you're going to be so strong in whatever it is that you believe that not only can nobody else shake you, you can't shake yourself. So, and I can't talk while I do my liner, so I'm going to stop talking for a second. And I haven't been using liner in a long time, but I found this Clinique liner and I want to try it out, see if I like it. So I'm not going to do a wing, I'm just doing a literal liner. Just so when I put my lashes on, there's actually something there for, you know, them to adhere to. This look is turning out a lot more smokier than I thought it would, but here we are. So yeah, it's definitely a little bit smokier than what I intended, but here we are. And then I got this Clinique High Impact Mascara that I'm going to try to see how I like this. These were like some free products I got that I have not used. I'm like, let's go ahead and try it out. I'm about to just put on some simple lashes, but you know, I mean, since we're here now, since we're doing this video, I figure I might as well go ahead and just do it a semi-decent look. Like, I don't want to look like I'm going out, if that makes sense, but I want to look decent enough to do the content that I have to do, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put on my, like, lash extension lashes. So these are these from Amazon. These are the lashes I'm going to put on. And I hate when my nose, like, starts to water when I'm, like, doing my makeup. And I gotta set my face too when I do my lashes, so y'all remind me. I'm telling y'all to remind me while I'm doing this video, but y'all remind me. I gotta set my lashes. It's power in your tongue. It's power in the way that you speak to yourself. It even says in the Bible, for man speaketh, a man doeth, and he will be, right? So it's like the things you speak and you believe about yourself is who you're going to be, whether that be a good thing or whether that be a bad thing. And that should really change your perspective on how you view the world, on how you view yourself, how you talk to yourself, and how you talk to others. Because that's another thing too. When you want to elevate yourself, you have to talk, you have to stop the gossip, you have to stop the negative talk, you have to stop the, you know, the critiquing people with a bad heart. You know what I mean by that? When you're critiquing people and it's supposedly coming from love, but you know in real life it ain't coming from love. You're coming from a bad place. You're coming from a mean-spirited, mean-hearted place. You're saying it with a mean tone. You're saying it with a mean heart, with the ill intent or malicious intent to hurt people. Don't do that, because that karma's real. And that karma will come back to you too. You know, and it might come back to you in another way or another form or something else. So you just have to be careful with how you show up in this world and how you talk to, like I said, yourself and others, you know, because you want to be good to others too. You know, you don't just want to walk around this earth like you own the earth and you own everything around it either. So again, it's just a mindset shift. You can't be in the same places. You can't be doing the same things. Like when I was a child, I spoke as a child. But when I became a man, I became a man. You know, you got to change that. You got to think positively. You got to be your own cheerleader. Like, don't be your biggest critic, you know, like, and not be your biggest cheerleader. You got to know how to balance it, baby. You got to know how to do both. You got to be authentically you, but you also have to be like, you know what, I got some flaws, but I mean, shoot, who don't, you know, right? Like, who don't have flaws? And kind of go from there and fix them as you go. You know, change that mindset. Like, yeah, I got a lot to work on, but I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. You know, like, you got to change your mindset like that. Like, things ain't perfect, but, you know, I'm doing good. You know, it's changing the way you talk. I just got, that's funny. Let's see. And that's my little one in the background. Y'all probably can hear. But I'm about to put my lashes on. So I might talk. I might not. It's kind of hard to put my lashes on and talk. So. And these lashes to me remind me of like real life lash extensions. So I try to get them as close to my waterline as possible. And it's so weird because sometimes my little tweezer works, sometimes it don't. I think the issue is that it gets sticky. It gets sticky, icky. But I love these lashes, and I'll link them below in my Amazon store because I feel like they elevate the look without, you know how some lashes just might do a little bit too much. So I feel like these elevate the look without doing, you know, way too much. So I really do like these a lot. So then I'm going to put the other lash on. Like I said, I can't always, what's the word? I can't always talk while I put my lashes on. And I need to start bringing my alcohol pads down here so that I can like start wiping the tweezers down, because I think that's a lot of it too. Yeah, so lately I've just been using my fingers because it just gets stuck so easy. But I think what I'm going to do is bring some alcohol down here next time and clean them up. Because especially for the front, I prefer tweezers. But I love the curl on these. It's so pretty without doing, you know, too much. So to me, these are more like everyday lashes. So pretty. So boom, lashes are on. So I'm not gonna take too much more of you guys' time. I'm gonna go ahead and find my lip liner so that I can find my right lip liner. You know how you got a whole bunch of lip liners? There's a certain lip liner I want to find because I'm about to do a bright red lip. I got my MAC lip liner in the color Chestnut. This is like an OG. This is like a classic. And my liner is actually upstairs. So then my sis Gabby got me this one. This is the Fenty Beauty, the MVP lipstick. So I ain't even got on nothing this bold today, but I haven't worn it in a while, so let's go for it. And this is so easy to apply. This red is like gorgeous. Such a fluffy color. So yeah, I didn't even have to go this red, but like I said, I hadn't worn it in a while. I didn't really have a lip color in mind, so I was like, let's just choose this one. So I'm gonna put my hair to the back. I'm gonna take this clip out. Oh, I still gotta spray down my face, but since my hair is done, I'm just gonna take my Urban Decay setting spray and just set everything in place. This is just gonna melt that whole face in. And this is what I mean. Sometimes, like, I do love my Too Faced Born This Way. That is like my cult classic. But this Maybelline Dewy and Smooth still be doing what it needs to do. So don't sleep on the drugstore. Don't sleep on the drugstore. I don't sleep on the drugstore. Don't sleep on the drugstore. But yeah, so that's the finished look. So to summarize, I know I kind of went off track. It was just some thoughts that were on my mind. But to summarize, do what you need to do to change that mindset. Do what you need to do to change the way you think up here, whether it's affirmations, whether it's meditating, whether it's joining a book club, whether it's reading some books. Like some good books are The 5 Agreements, Woman Evolved by Sarah Jakes, Becoming by Michelle Obama. Whatever you need to do to change the way you think up here about yourself, about your life, about the way things are going, you better figure it out. You better change it, because this up here regulates everything else, the world around you and the world inside of you. And the world inside of you is what's most important. And of course, you want to connect to a higher power. My higher power is God. I don't know who yours is, but mine is God. So making sure you tap in and spend time with him so that you can really pray and really get your mind together. Ask him to give you peace in your mind. Ask him to give you productivity in your mind. Ask him to give you the right things to say and do about yourself. Ask him for that. or ask whatever power you believe in for that. But like I said, I believe in God. I'm not forcing my beliefs on anyone. But yeah, so that's everything that I have to say on the subject. If you guys want me to do another video, chime in below in those comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And tell me some other topics that you'd like to see me talk about while I get ready. I feel like I'm going to probably start doing a lot more get ready videos. Kind of kill two birds with one stone. So yeah, it is your favorite pretty girl, peace. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you guys soon.